our podcast is called The Word at the Table, like we said. And it's basically just an open discussion, just talk about different topics and talk about being a Christian and living a Christian lifestyle while in this world. And just different topics that come to mind in our everyday lives. So that's what we really wanted to start this podcast, because we just wanted just like a open forum where we can just talk about different things, and hopefully you can relate to it too, if it's something that you've gone through or a topic we discussed that you feel like is relatable. You can just, listen and pipe in, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. What else? We're not experts, I guess.
We're not.
No,
we're not.
No one's a theologist.
We're not perfect.
Yeah. Literally a hot mess.
Yeah. All the time I'm a hot mess. Yeah.
Just figuring out this thing called life.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the danger of an idle mind.
Idle, I-D-L-E, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not idle, I-D-O-L.
Stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true. I didn't even think about that other word. So first we're gonna do a quick little activity. Usually we do like a bag of questions or a review of music or a movie of some sort. This time I came up with this little small game, and basically the answer would either be Gigi, Mika, or Victoria, or it could be all three of us.
Wait, we're playing with ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody else. There's no one else in the room.
You want to tell us? You have other friends in your head?
I don't know. I thought you was like, oh, the listener can, write in or something. Yeah.
How would they do that?
I know. I was like,
like, Gigi doesn't know how podcasts work. Okay, first question. Which one of us would do DIY, do it yourself, instead of buying the actual product?
Me.
I think you.
Yeah.
You're very creative. I wouldn't.
In college I used to, but after I worked at Good Housekeeping and product testing.
You would think that it would have the opposite effect on you.
Because certain products are made for certain things, and I just don't want to figure that out.
Maybe you saw the
using
complexity
salad
of it.
dressing as conditioner or leave-in conditioner.
Magazines let you know about stuff like that.
Yeah. Sometimes we would do reacts, but then no.
I'm rebelling, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy conditioner.
I don't work in the industry anymore for a reason.
Yeah. Or maybe you just got tired of it.
Yeah, I'm not into DIYs anymore.
Yeah, I've never been. I just was like, let me just buy it. But at the same time, with DIY too, it's kind of like you get the experience of doing
and it's
it.
organic.
If it's a product to use, I'll buy it. But if it's I don't know, like an event or something, like a wedding. Like if I was getting married, I would not do a venue. I would want to do everything myself.
Yeah?
Maybe because that's an experience.
Yeah, building it, I guess. But if it's a product that involves chemicals and all that, I'm just not doing it myself.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who couldn't watch a scary movie from beginning to end? I think you.
I couldn't either.
Easy.
I watch scary movies.
I used to again. Don't do it anymore.
No, I don't find being. You know how you are with spicy food. I don't find being scared enjoyable. It's not
I don't either. I don't find it enjoyable, but I like the suspense and the oh my god, what's gonna happen?
I guess too stressed out.
Yeah, you're always like that.
I'm a naturally stressed out person. I don't need
something else stressed out. Okay, which one of us would go to our pastor's holiday party at his or her house? I would. I would go to my pastor's. Well, Mickey's like, no.
It's my dad.
Oh, that's true. I'm always there. Yeah, I would too. I think getting to know your pastor.
At his house?
Yeah.
If I'm thinking my old pastor, I would not. Because you're really old and I don't talk to you. You know what I'm talking about.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. I would go to my pastor.
My current pastor, he's cool.
Me too. And I like seeing that other side of you. Not all the time, but I like the thought of you being just my pastor, but at the same time I do like to see family orientated type of stuff. So yeah, I would. Which one of us would rather work under pressure and do a task last minute instead of, taking your time?
I was just about to say that. Like, you like high stress.
Yeah.
You said that you like high stress environments.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I shut down.
I'm like, I just did that. Like to wrap up the end of the year, like we have to do our annual review.
Peer reviews or just
review of yourself. They call it your appraisal. Like you have to pretty much prove your value to NBC. Why
I had
paying
something
you?
like that too. Like with one partner at a firm. At the firm I worked at, one of the audits I was on, he made you review yourself. That's the only partner that ever did it.
Narcissistic.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm amazing.
It's different.
Yeah, I've always had to do it every job that I've had, and like they always like made me do it. So it was always part of the process.
So you did that last minute?
I did it. Yeah, they gave us like 2 weeks to do it. I did it in 3 hours the morning that it was due. It was due at noon. Actually, no. It was due on the 16th of December. And then I didn't do it. I didn't even start it. And I was like, I need an extension because I've been very busy. And then they're like, okay, so you have an additional week. And you could give it to me on... It was a Friday by noon. So I started Friday morning at 9:30.
God, my goodness.
Well, how long is this review?
It's long. I like it's like
I'm freaking out.
You talk about your goals, the goals that you set when you first like the beginning of the year. This is my first year in the job, so it was easy to set goals. I feel like if it's like if you've been there for 10 years, it's hard to have goals.
Meet people.
And then the second thing is you talk about your strengths. And then the third thing, you talk about how your strengths attributed to your success and highlight different projects that you worked on and how you worked on them and how you were successful. So, and then you go into your weaknesses.
You know what you do for next year?
That sounds like a SWOT analysis.
Yeah, you should just always like take notes throughout the year.
I
so
should.
It could be easier. Yeah.
Yep, but who knows if I'll do that?
Because like
I intend to do that, but I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So, which one of us would rather preach?
No.
Huh?
I think we just edit that.
We're
not. It's really long.
That's fine. I think it's good. Which one of us would rather preach the word outside, like the outside church, or preach the word in a more private setting, like on a prayer line?
I don't think I'm comfortable outside.
I don't know any of us who would actually go out.
I don't know if I could do it by myself. Like if it was with like a...
I've done it outside. Like in college, we did this trip. I used to be part of this group called the Navigators, and we used to travel to different countries, different states, and just evangelize. And we went to LA once, and we went on I forget the name of the boulevard, but it's a street, it's like a mile long, and it's all transsexual or transgendered prostitutes.
Oh, wow.
On the street, yeah. And we just went and preached to them, or talked to them.
How did
it went really well.
Yeah, because these are prostitutes.
Yeah.
They're not like living normal lives.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of them too, they were on drugs, and they were just like
confused,
they loved like that we were talking to them. They're like,
most people
they come
Yeah.
and they don't want to talk. They want other things. Obviously, they're prostitutes. So yeah, it was. So that was an experience, and I don't know if I would do it.
Oh my God, that's like
by myself again. And we also did homeless people. Like we slept in a homeless shelter.
Yeah,
I don't think I would do that.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's such a huge connection.
Yeah.
Like that's
slept
really
amongst the homeless people.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
On a cardboard box.
I barely tolerate them on the subway. Like,
my mom freaked out because she was like, "What? What are you doing? I'm coming to Los Angeles right now to get you."
Oh my God!
I didn't come to America for this.
Yeah, exactly.
So you wouldn't be living on the street.
You're gonna go backwards?
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She said, why do you want to experience that? Why?
Oh, man.
But it was, I mean, that was an eye-opening experience. I don't look at prostitutes the same way I did. I don't think I ever, like, I don't look down on them or homeless people.
Right, because you experienced it.
Yeah.
I don't think I look down on homeless people. I'd rather not. Like,
I mean, that's the kind of, like, the attitude that I had is, like, if you stink, don't come next to me.
Yeah. But don't ask me for change. Honestly, you probably have more money than I do right now. I have no cash. You know?
Probably baller.
I don't do that anymore. Like, if a homeless person starts talking to me, I talk to them.
Yeah, girl, you're a bad person.
Yeah, no, but that's only because of that experience. I don't think without it, I would not have... Like, I wouldn't be like this now.
That depends to me, because I've had homeless people that are, like, that seemed okay in the sense of, like, they weren't so aggressive. Like, I remember one time on a train, this guy was just so aggressive. Like, he was, like, in your face, and it was like, oh, like, I'm not gonna reach in my wallet. And you
don't give them money.
Running up on me like
don't
that.
Don't give them money.
Yeah, no, I mean, because once someone told me that a homeless person asked for money, and they pulled out their wallet, and they gave... like a $5 bill, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, what about that 20 though?
What?
Yeah. See? So some of them are really...
Yeah, no, don't give them money.
Yeah.
You can give them food if they need it, but don't give them money.
Sometimes they throw it out right in front of them.
Yeah. I could have ate that. What's wrong with you? You want us both to be? What's wrong with you?
Manhattan homeless people, they will do that too. They'll be like, nah, I'm good.
The ones in Roosevelt will eat your food. They'll be so grateful. You know, I'll give you food, but I'm not giving you money, so you can do what with it? What are you going to do with it?
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. You never know.
Like, I could use this money, okay?
Yeah, I'm using the money for their addiction. So
stay homeless forever.
Yeah, I would be open to it, to going outside, but I feel like I would have to do it with like a group. I don't know about myself. So
I'm sorry, but when you first started saying that question, I thought you meant like the subway preachers. Like I was like,
yeah.
I thought she was talking about that. I was like, girl, I'm never doing that.
Definitely, no, that's not me.
God hasn't called me to do that.
I haven't been, moved to preach on a train. So which one of us would stay alive the longest in a zombie apocalypse?
Not me.
I was thinking you, because I thought, don't you watch zombie stuff?
Yeah, and I don't do well with stress.
That's true.
So if I'd be like, okay, guys, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, like I've never watched like The Walking Dead and all that stuff. So I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm not watching The Walking Dead and taking notes. I'm just like, and The Walking Dead stresses me out sometimes. I'm like, I'll be like, I can't, because
seen it.
I've only seen like
girl,
it was good.
It's good, but
I gotta watch it from the beginning.
I didn't say Haitian thing. I'm just not into zombies. Like anything with zombies, I'm like, that's not something you mess with. They're real.
And like happen every day.
Yeah.
What I like about The Walking Dead though, it's like it kind of shows like the society deconstructed, like the most basic element form, and like how you always gravitate to a leader, you always gravitate towards like nurture, like every society needs certain components to succeed. Like every season they go and you can see what's wrong, like, oh, he's not, like, everybody has a job and everybody needs to be doing their job, and like you can't really have dead weight because we're feeding you and you're not contributing to our society, like we can't afford this right now,
right. And it's like you literally have to do what you have to do, what you're made for, because we are in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
like we
will feed you.
If you're not like together, we could die out here. That's a cool like
I didn't know that's what it was all about.
Yeah,
basically, it's not really about the zombies. Sometimes it's just like, how can we survive as a community? Because right now we don't have like a governing force. We don't have laws in place to make us act right. It's just basically the human condition at its most basic element form.
Survival.
Yeah. Because if someone kills another character, who are you gonna call? You're basically yourself governing yourself. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, well, I guess we kind of talked about this one. Which one of us would approach a stranger and talk to them about God?
Okay, out of all three of us, I think stranger.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, like someone maybe. Okay,
if I
maybe
see
you had
someone like depressed or crying, depending on the day, I'll talk to them.
I think if it's prompted within a conversation, sure.
Yeah.
But just out of nowhere, hey, my brother,
Jesus loves you.
Take a moment to talk. I'd have been like, what?
Yeah. So
I don't even want that for myself.
Yeah. So if the situation presents itself, I would too.
Yeah, I think all three of us.
I feel like it's actually easier to talk to. For me, it's easier for me to talk to strangers about God than it is for me to talk to like a friend that's unsaved. Because I don't want to not like them, or just because
so have opposing views.
Yeah, like I just sometimes I just don't even, I choose not to even talk to them about God or church or anything.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Remember when Steve Harvey had those comments and he was like, "Oh, if I find out somebody doesn't believe in God, I don't even continue the conversation. I just walk away."
I saw that one.
Yeah,
I saw when he said that, and I was like, "That's a little ridiculous."
Yeah, I don't think God wants you to do that.
Exactly.
No.
Like Jesus literally talked to everybody.
Like you're not doing your job as a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying in the sense of like you want like the people around you or your community to be just as passionate as God as you are. Like I get that, but when it comes into like servitude or trying to reach out to other people, you have to put yourself in there.
There's a reason why God has us with non-believers. This is, oh my God, the wheat and the chaff. There's a reason why we're together. You can't just decide to separate yourself. And God says, make fishers of men. How you gonna do that if you're not in the lake? How you gonna make like how you gonna do that if you decided to like walk away from the fish? Like
yeah, that's true.
Agreed.
God's like, what? What are you doing?
Like you can be like, I've been good my whole life, God. I've been around everybody.
Yeah, and it's like,
okay, that's kudos for you, but that's like easy. Okay, so last question: which one of us would read the policy in terms to a new product they purchase?
Mika.
I think I thought about you.
Yeah, definitely.
She's like, I'm not getting.
It was something
bamboozled up in here.
What? I was like, you read the policy in terms.
Oh my God, I'm gonna recall it for you right now. Hold on. It wasn't iTunes.
Spotify.
It was Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah, but they changed it back.
After you like sent them a very worded email.
No, I do that. Like if I'm using an app or something and they change the terms of conditions and privacy policy and I don't agree with it, I will uninstall it and I will send them an email. Yeah.
You go, girl.
And that's honestly, I feel like that's more effective than anything because no one does that. So when they get that email, they're like, "Whoa,"
Yeah, because people really don't read it. Like because they track like how long you stay and how long you scroll and if you're actually reading it. If you're just agree, like, you obviously didn't read it. So,
and they're like, "Mwah."
Sometimes it takes me days to like. I'll just leave it open. I'll just keep going back to it. I don't. Yeah. Because they're long.
It's like our culture, though. We're just so fast. We're just like,
it's a microwave culture. Yeah.
So.
All right. Become robots.
We're close to it.
Ooh, random question. Which do you think is scarier, the zombie apocalypse or the robot apocalypse? Because they're like, you notice that?
Zombies.
You think so?
Robots are like...
But
I don't know.
But have you seen any, like, you've seen iRobot, you've seen how they can just, like, take over, right? And it makes it almost impossible for you to live.
I guess, but can I just, like, rip off its head? Well, I guess, like,
no, it's never, when robots become sentient, when, like, they become, like, free-thinking and they can, like, they're smarter. Zombies are just, like, robots are smart. So it's kind of like...
I don't know, because I feel like with a robot, I could, like, pull a plug.
Well,
and, like, you're a zombie, you pull something off, you still walking.
Robot, they will... If robots are invading us, they're not going to. They will just be amongst us without us realizing it because they know that as soon as you know, you're gonna unplug it. They'll know because they know how we work.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna be like, I'm a robot. Like, no,
Mika.
No,
like, you're not Mika.
Yes, I am.
Like, oh, we didn't organize the answer for that.
I think we'll become like robots. We are becoming robots. We just don't realize it.
We were just talking about that other day.
Because all of the suggested products that we get, suggested advertising, targeted advertising, people are like, oh yeah, I don't want to see things that I'm not interested in. Well, how do you know you're not interested in it? Or like, why should some algorithm like create things that they think you'll like based on your previous whatever? Like, how do you develop? You're just very limited and boxed in, and that you become a robot. And I'm not.
It's already happening, Vicky. It's already happening.
Yeah, it is.
I think I'd rather the zombie apocalypse, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
because you can hide from zombies.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't hide from what was it? Eagle Eye? Homie was running all over the country, the street lights. Oh my god! I was really stressed out. I was like, where's he gonna go?
That's so true.
Yeah. Yeah, we have no way of predicting that or preventing it.
Because we've
I think it's
included
just-
it in every part of our life. So
Yeah, like, I'm not against technology, but I just want to be aware. If you're sending me targeted advertising, I want to know that it's advertising directed at me specifically, not just I didn't know that you knew that I like the color purple. Like no. I should know that you are making this decision based on my previous searches or whatever.
The Google app is starting to Google is starting to have a way where, like, you know how you can go incognito.
Yep.
Now they have a way, like, not only can you go incognito, but you can just like basically wipe all your history, like your, like, not just like your cookies, like, you know how you manually do it. It's just like, we won't target you for sales anymore. Like, you can sign up and we'll just leave you alone. You know, you can Google all you want.
I don't believe that. But
You don't believe them?
Nope. Yeah.
Well, how many people are aware of that too? It's probably something that's like so small in the corner, like, oh, if you want to unsubscribe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wouldn't even be
like
aware of it.
I turn off everything. Like, I don't get anything from, like, all of the predicted stuff from Google, but they still know me. They're just
Yeah.
not telling me they know me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. I actually don't have a name for that. I just came up with that. But the reason I came up with it is because it kind of relates to my topic about the danger of an idle mind. So these questions kind of reflect what we think of ourselves and how we perceive ourselves. So, getting into the topic, Philippians 4:8. You don't have to go to it. It's really short. I'll just read it. It says, "An idle mind is the devil's playground." So this text is very powerful. It basically talks about how we need to focus our mind on God and the things God has done for us and what he's continuing to do for us. It's very dangerous when we don't have a mindset that's not focused on God, because it can lead to constantly thinking negatively, whether if it's a negative image of yourself or negative things you've gone through, or even like temptation. Like, if we have like an idle mind, basically we can easily fall into temptation without even noticing it. So our thoughts needs to be in relation to how God sees us and how we need to stay away from the enemy. And even sometimes it's not even the enemy, it's literally our own thinking.
Oh yeah.
So
I actually have a theory about that, but continue.
cool, could talk about that. So sometimes it's hard to tame our minds, but there are some few pointers I came up with just to keep us on track. First is change your perception. So perception is key to how you view your issues and how you view yourself. So it's important that when it comes to dealing with hardship, that you try to change the view of hard times, and that'll help you get through it. So you may want to come up with a trigger word that can help you think positively or change your perception. The trigger word will help motivate you. Like, my trigger word is value. So sometimes when I'm feeling like I'm not, like, I don't have enough worth for something, or sometimes I have a lot of self-doubt, especially with like experience that I've had in the past. Like, I have a lot of self-doubt, and so when I think of the word value, like, I think of how God values me and how I'm basically a daughter of the King of Kings. And I just think of, you know, if I have value, I know that I can face anything. And also the word value, for me, even when it comes to trying to stay away from like negative things, like old relationships or like past friendships or exes, I just think like there was no value in that relationship. Like, that person didn't value me, or we didn't value the same things. So that word value for me is very important. So sometimes I think of that word to change my perception and to help me to start thinking positively. Second pointer to keep us on track is just remember that positive thoughts are important to our progression. So the definition of idle actually means unused, inactive, or unoccupied. So when our minds stay on an idle state, we kind of stay stuck in our situation. Like, we don't move, there's no movement. So we kind of stay stuck in our circumstances or stuck in our negative thoughts. So just start to realize that when you start to think positively, you come up with like better solutions. You come up with different ways to get out of your circumstance. So positive thoughts actually lead to action and ultimately get you a way out of that situation. And then my last point is change means opportunity. So in life, we always go through change, and it could be anything. It could be leaving your house, starting a new job, no, starting a new major in school or something. So whenever we have a change, don't try to think negatively of it in the sense of having anxiety or fear or things like that, but actually look at change as an opportunity and like get excited about it. So when things change, always look at it as an opportunity for growth. And this time, and in these times, like our thinking habits are very important because it'll help us realize that this change is good for us. And no matter the circumstance, just think about how the situation is changing you for the better. So, questions to my co-host. How do you perceive yourself? What do you think about yourself?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you think yourself? Like I think of myself as I try to be like a good, kind person when I can. I think of myself as trying to be a good communicator when it comes to certain things. Like, just how do you view yourself? What do you think of yourself? Like,
well, I think I'm a thoughtful person, both in like I'm considerate of other people's feelings, and I'm also, which I think also gets me in trouble because not everyone is as thoughtful as me. So like if for instance, well, this is gonna get off track, never mind.
It's fine.
I'm a thoughtful person. I think I don't know, I would like to think that I'm a good person.
yeah, me too. I hope so. I try to be.
I am ambitious. I have big dreams. Like I don't think I, like, a good thing that I see it as a positive thing. I don't think I have any limits. I don't know when that thought of me will stop, but I feel like I can do anything, which is not. It's not like the cocky way of saying I feel like I can do anything, but I feel like if I set my mind to anything, I can achieve it.
That's not a bad thing because what was I reading? Something about like how to like raise your child and stuff. Like when a child is first born, like when they're first developing, they have the same mentality. Like I can do anything. Like this bottle of water, I can grab it. Even if their like motor functions aren't like 100%. Like they have this like tenacity as children, and then like when they grow up, the world is like telling them like, oh no, you're like stupid, like you're like you're not good enough, and or whatever, right? And that kind of inhibits them from going after whatever they want. Like that's how you have kids that don't like reach that self-actualization, period. Like they're kind of like not underdeveloped, but they're just like unfulfilled or whatever, right? So because they've been told like, no, what are you doing? Stay in your place.
Like sometimes even sometimes if I think about like a goal of mine and it feels like it's it's not achievable, I'm like, I'll still go for it. Like I still think that I can do it.
That's beautiful.
And that may come from my mom, I think, now that I'm talking. I think it's just the way that my mom is, or the way that the values that she instilled in us. I think that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Vicky. Like, I feel like when we're younger, it's like that natural instinct that we have, we don't ignore it. But like when you get older, it's like so many things happen to you that you're just like, you just have that doubt. And I definitely have that doubt sometimes as well. Like, I could even speak doubt into myself sometimes, which is like horrible. Like sometimes I think, like, oh, maybe it's not gonna work out. Like I might anticipate something that can happen wrong when it didn't even happen yet. Like it's like it's crazy. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Vicky, do you want to answer? Or?
No.
Oh, and I was actually, there was something that I forgot where I heard it from, but it was like, if you had a friend that talked to you the same way you talk to yourself, you wouldn't be friends with them anymore. Because most of the times, like, we have these thoughts in our heads that, like,
that's true. Like, if you make a mistake, you would, like, call yourself whatever an idiot, or so like you would never accept somebody so why
are you doing it to yourself?
You're like, what?
Excuse me. So that's true.
So how do you want others to perceive you?
How do I want others to perceive me?
Oh, I can answer this. For some reason, I guess because I'm pretty blunt, like I hate small talk. I hate small talk. I hate small talk, whatever. So I like, if I need you for something, or if I need to ask you a question for something, I'll just like, text you and be like, oh, by the way, can you pick up envelopes, whatever, right? So hopefully I don't come off as rude, because like sometimes I'll text somebody like, oh, this, that, and the third, or whatever, right? And they'll be like, good morning. Yeah. I'm fine.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, you're fine.
I actually hate when people, like, sometimes I do that too.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm gonna text you to say something,
Let me just say it.
Hey, whatever. Like, it's like, hey, how are you? And then.
Because then you get caught up in the small talk, and then, like, you're like, I texted you for something. I forgot,
Yeah.
Like, I need this right now. Let me text you before I forget. That's the type of person that I am. So hopefully I don't come off as rude or abrupt. I'm actually really, really nice. So we can small talk afterwards. Like, okay, yeah, I'll get on it. How you been though? Oh, I've been good. Like that's totally fine.
Now,
let me just, oh, can you pick me up at 8? Oh, my day was fine. Okay.
I completely feel what you're saying, but for me, it depends on who that person is.
And your relationship.
I'm texting Mika, I'm texting Mexican. Like, yo, what time church start? Like,
they won't get like offended.
It's not, but I'm talking to like Sekao, I'm not gonna be like, yo, Sekao was good. Like, no,
you're not gonna be like, oh, get the things.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
that's the reason why sometimes I'm grateful for text messages, because if you call somebody on the phone,
I hate that. That's why I don't call people on the phone, like unless it's like there's a reason, like where you at, okay, I'm here, yeah. I'm not sitting there talking about how you been, how's your mom, how's your dad,
oh, you finished school,
and then when you like to end the conversation, sometimes it's like, how do I end this?
You can't just walk away from the text message.
I have awkward goodbyes. I'm like,
like yesterday, that happened to me, calling a bunch of people saying Happy New Year.
Ooh, I stopped doing that.
I just sent a text.
I don't do anything. I don't need that type of stress and negativity in my life.
So you don't want to be perceived as rude. Anything else? How you want others to perceive you?
I think for me the same thing, rude.
Yeah.
Because I think generally, especially my family, people just think that I'm rude.
Yeah.
But I'm not a rude person.
I really don't think so. I feel like you're like I don't know, maybe because we're friends, but I feel like we're like all three of us, we're like sweet and like we're good people. All right? Like don't think we're rude. Like I literally have all the love and like for you or something like that. But like why I gotta know about everything? Why? But obviously you're fine. You're not in the hospital. Like you're good.
Right. So last question, how do you think God perceives you?
Ooh. God thinks I'm flaky.
Fake stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think God probably thinks I don't listen. Which I don't. Like, something was tugging at my heart yesterday to do the Daniel fast with my church, because like my whole church is doing a Daniel fast. And I was like, I should do that. And then like I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, and I was like, you know what, fine.
Yeah.
So you're not doing it?
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I'm doing a fast with my church that we're starting on, I think the 9th, and we're doing it for 21 days.
Yeah, 21 days too.
But I don't, like, you pick whatever fast you want. I don't know what I'm going to fast yet.
No, this fast was super strict. Do I still have the paper? Okay, so basically, no sweets. I work at a cupcake shop. What?
That's really
hard. All right. That's really hard.
I guess that's a fast, I guess.
I guess. No social media, right? No idle texting. No secular music. No secular.
I can do that.
Pick something?
No, this is the Daniel fast. Whatever, right? So no secular music. No trap music. What? No secular music. No television. Like in my head.
I don't watch TV. Like,
no, I Netflix like it's an Olympic sport. Too. So like, so no television and no secular reading. Which like what?
Like you can't read the news?
I didn't even think of that. That's literally world news.
Yeah.
That's like, but
So what do you do? Like,
all your idle time should be going devoted to prayer for 21 days. and like, you know, oh, and you can't have certain diets, like, which, you know, if it was just like a diet, like 21 days, yeah, I could do that, whatever, like, you know.
That's I think that's very strict.
Ooh, I couldn't. And but something was coming. I was like, because one of my I was gonna refer to myself as Gigi just now. It was weird.
Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you call me Vicky, and I'm like,
what?
Yeah, she'll be like Vicky. Anyway.
And you'd be like,
yeah,
yes.
That's what I answer. I'm just like, yeah.
But what was I saying? Like, yeah. So one of my resolutions is to, like, you know, get closer to God and stuff like that. And like, so they were talking about the Daniel fast yesterday, and like something told me, I was like, yo, Victoria, you should do this, you know. But they were like, yo, we're gonna start tomorrow. I was like, oh no, you shouldn't do this. Like, not tomorrow. Like, I need to like prepare myself, you know.
That's kind of tough.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They were been talking about it, but I just got the call yesterday. Like, I felt like the inkling to do it yesterday.
So yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm traveling, so I have to do something that's doable during that time.
No, then that's not. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but like, fasts aren't supposed to be easy.
Yeah, no, like I want to pick something that I can stick to. Like I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna I don't know eat
something that obviously you can't dedicate yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, but I was thinking, I was like, but you know, even if I can't do the 21, I should do it for as long as I can because God sees effort instead of like, you know, like He sees that more than anything.
Today, start whenever.
I guess, yeah, maybe I should do it like.
Or try 5 days.
You know what? You're right, Mika. I should do it.
That's tough.
Woo, woo. Just all that, like no trap music, no social media, like
it's very strict.
Yeah.
No TV, no. Like
I can give up the Netflix.
No, I understand that. Like it's all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have.
You know what? You're right. I need to pick one. I need to pick a struggle. You know, because like I feel like
maybe
even
just do social media. I think that's
the hardest one though. Like why am I going?
That wouldn't be hard, but I think for you it would.
For me, yeah. Like that's like level 10. You know.
Yeah, I mean, try this one. Like, don't go crazy. And then, like, you know, play yourself.
I can start off with the diet, because I feel like that's the easiest one.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they're like, you can't have meat, which I don't even go ham on meat like that anyway. Mm-hmm. You know? And, you can't have sweets, which is going to be tough, but, you know, that's going to be really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think, what do I think God perceives us? Perceives me. How does God perceive me? I guess if you want to call this like a report card, I think I got a good like B minus. I don't know. Like I go B minus.
I don't know what
like,
grade I would
get. Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather not.
I'm not sure.
Can't grade it. I don't know if we're supposed to grade ourselves.
I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of how to put it because like on some ends like I am a mess and sometimes I need to stick to what God says and. How,
that's everybody.
Yeah. So it's like I'm not perfect, but I do try. So, and I think, God knows everything too. So I don't think He looks at us like, okay, I know you were going to do that and I still love you anyways, but it's like putting more effort. So yeah. So anyway, I think that kind of wraps up the questions. Did you want to say something?
So did I ever tell you guys about how I get these prayers sent to my email and I don't know how who signed me up and like whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I was reading, I'll be reading the prayers, but like one of the things that she said, she was like, you were tested, like she was like talking, like praying and talking to God. You were tested. You sent Jesus down and He was tested in every single facet that a person could be tested in, and He still pulled through clean. So He knows, He understands the temptation that we face and stuff like that. And I like sat back and thought about it. I was like, yeah, I get that He was tempted in every way, but did He ever doubt? Like, doubt is a temptation. Just doubting the essence of God. Like, Jesus could have never doubted. Like, that's like me doubting if Mika exists. Yeah. Like, bruh, you've met her. You know her, you know? Like I feel like Jesus never had to deal with that. And that's what I feel like, I feel like doubt was what, I don't mean to like come at her prayer or anything, but like, I feel like doubt was what led to the fall of man, if you think about it. Because like Eve doubted, like, maybe it's not gonna be that bad. Like she questioned it, like like the serpent sowed the seeds of doubt in her, and she was like, you're right. You're like, it's probably not gonna be that bad. Like, let me just eat it. And like when you think about it, almost half the stuff that you do is kind of like, you know, associated with doubt.
So are you just saying that like Jesus didn't necessarily experience everything that we experienced because of the fact that Jesus is God?
Do I kind of feel bad for saying that out loud? Yeah.
I mean, did he? Maybe he knew that. Like he obviously knew that God. Is, Like. God.
Oh wait! I'm not saying. Wait, was he when he was on the cross? Did he ask God, "Why have you forsaken me?"
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
That's what I was saying.
never mind.
Yeah. So, like, if you knew somebody, no matter how well you knew them, if that person is no longer presently there, but they're still there in thought or in spirit, maybe you question, like, did this person really care about me as I thought they did? So, yeah.
Okay, so never mind. He did go through everything. But that's crazy that even he experienced it for like, even if it was like a nanosecond.
Yeah. Okay, so it's important for us to begin to connect how God sees us and values us and loves us to how we see ourselves. And an idle mind can be dangerous if we don't think about God and meditate on His Word. We can sometimes fall into temptation, think about failures or rejections, or just think overall negatively. So we must occupy our minds with what aligns us with the Lord. And just know that you can sometimes feel discouraged. Like, don't think that it's never going to happen. Like, it does happen. But I think what's important for us is just not to stay in that state of mind, but to grow out of it. And just be aware of the thoughts that run through your mind. And you can do that by keeping focus on the Lord. And just to reiterate the pointers on how to do so.
Can I say one more thing before you continue?
Yeah.
I think it's just while you were saying that, I think like when we think about how does God perceive me, we like all of us, we just went to the negative stuff.
We did.
Oh my God.
We didn't actually. That's not where I was going. I was going with like God loves us and everything, and I was just like, oh.
And it's not true. God doesn't see the negative stuff because the blood of Jesus covers that. But that's how we see it.
We see the negative stuff. Yeah.
So we really need to see it through God's eyes, not just how do I think this great God sees me as I am. Not perfect. No, but that's not the way that He sees us.
Exactly. Good point. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah. So just to reiterate the key pointers: change your perception. Always remember that positive thoughts are important to our progression, and that look at change as an opportunity for growth. And just for a little small task, come up with your own trigger word. The word that can help you to stop thinking negatively, or to help motivate you, or to help you to think positively of yourself. Like I said, my word is value. Maybe your word could be anything that means something to you, whether it's a place, a memory that's good for you, or even God. So just repeat this word when you need it the most, and you can start to see that your mindset will change. So that wraps up our podcast today. This is
A Word at the Table.